What's up, NFL draft fans? Today I'm releasing my top 50 big board. I will go from 1 to 50, showing you every player I have in this year's top 50 players overall. Let's go ahead and get right into it. At number 1, I have Travis Hunter. He is a truly special talent. At number 2, Abdul Carter is right there behind him, but his injury slightly concerns me, but not enough to move him past number 2. And then Ashton Genty is just a special running back. He broke more tackles. At number 3, I have Ashton Genty out of Boise State, a special running back. He broke more tackles than the next 3 running backs combined. I have Mason Graham at number 4, Tyler Warren at number 5, Jalen Walker coming in at number 6, possibly my last blue chip player. And then Armand Mimbu is my top rated O lineman at number 7. Will Johnson is my top corner at number 8, and then Will Campbell out of LSU at number 9. Cam Ward is my top quarterback. He wraps up my top 10. And you won't find any blue chip prospects after the top 10, but the next 40 plus players all have borderline first round grades. It's not a top heavy draft, but it is very deep. At number 11, I have my top linebacker. Jahad Campbell out of Alabama. As long as his shoulder checks out healthy, he'll go very high, but he could fall a bit due to his injury. And then Ted McMillan comes in as my top wide receiver at number 12, Kenneth Grant at number 13, James Pierce Jr. at 14, Jade Barron at 15, Michael Williams at 16, Luther Burden at 17, Derek Harmon, the big defensive tackle out of Oregon at number 18. I have Malachi Starks as my top-rated safety at 19, Nick Scorton, the pass rusher out of Texas A&M at 20, and then my second-rated safety right behind Malachi Starks is Nick Amanawore out of South Carolina. Then I have back-to-back left tackles at 22 and 23, Josh Simmons and Kelvin Banks Jr., followed by back-to-back pass rushers to close out my top 25 with Mike Green and Donovan Izaraku. And then we get to a guy who's probably a top 15 talent, Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. I have him rated number 26. Emeka Egbuka's number 27. Shamar Stewart, the freak pass rusher at 28. Tyler Booker, the pancake machine at 29, and Josh Connerly Jr. at 30. And then I have my second rated running back, Omarion Hampton. Colston Loveland's my second rated tight end. Donovan Jackson, a stud out of Ohio State at 33, followed by 2 of his teammates, Quinshawn Judkins and Tyleek Williams, another favorite of mine. And then we have back-to-back cornerbacks here, Maxwell Harrison and Azariah Thomas, followed by speedy receiver Matthew Golden and Travion Henderson, who's a home run threat and the best pass blocking running back in this draft, before Gray Zabel wraps up my top 40 players in this year's draft. Coming in at number 41 is Iowa's Caleb Johnson. I simply love his tape. Mason Taylor at 42, Alfred Collins at 43, Xavier Watts at 44, and then Princely Umanmielen, another favorite of mine at 45, followed by Jack Sawyer at 46, Darius Alexander at 47, Elijah Arroyo and Benjamin Morrison, and then Jaden Higgins wraps up my top 50 big board. A couple of players that just missed out here. Shadur Sanders and Jackson Dart both missed out. I'll talk more about them in just a second. But Trey Amos, Ariante Ursary, Jonah Seavinaya, Carson Schwessinger, and Landon Jackson. There's so much talent in this year's top 50. I do want to talk briefly about Shadur and Jackson Dart. I've watched every game that both of them played in college, but I have not went back and studied the all 22 on this year's quarterback class. This channel is for all 32 teams, and next year I'll do a better job. But personally, I'm a Chicago Bears fan, and I got a late start scouting this year and simply have not got around to scouting this year's QB class. That being said, if your team drafts Shadur Sanders or Jackson Dart and you want me to break them down, I'll do a full scouting report. Just let me know in the comments any players you guys are actually interested in learning more about. I've watched so much tape on this year's draft class and put a ton of work into ranking my top 50 players. I hope you guys enjoyed the big board. Give me your thoughts and be sure to hit that like button. I have more draft content on the way. So until next time, stay tuned for more NFL draft coverage.